Here with Tim Kennedy getting set for UFC 206 on Saturday night. And what an adventurous week this has been for you, Mr. Kennedy. Being here at Media Day, I'm curious what has been the breakdown percentage-wise of questions about Kelvin Gastelum, questions about the Athletes Association. Has it been one-sided, 50-50?
Maybe 60-40. 60 on the MMAAA and 40 on my opponent over yonder.
Is that what you expected coming into this?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we made an announcement last week, and huge momentum, ton of press, gigantic response from the fighters. So
more than you expected?
What we hoped for.
Yeah.
This is, we kind of had like worst case scenario, most likely course of scenario, and the best case scenario. This surpassed the best case scenario. I mean, this was beyond what we even hoped for.
The most polarizing figure here is Bjorn Rebney. No. Do you feel that his involvement, he's become kind of the spokesperson. He's doing a lot of the interviews about this. Is it the right message you feel that's being sent? Because I'm kind of mixed here, that some people think it's a bad tone. The other side is this is going to be an adversarial battle, I feel, at the end of all of this. Bjorn has to be the guy you've gotten the most feedback on, I would assume.
Yeah, 100%. He is an adversarial person.
Yeah.
That's how he is. He is not the association. He's an advisor. The board and the fighters are the association. Period. End of story. They're the only ones that can vote. They're the only ones that have authority. They're the only ones that can hire and fire. He's a needed advisor with a perspective that can't be found anywhere else.
Would you prefer if he was a silent advisor rather than having that public voice? Because in this last week, he seems to have been the go-to person for a lot.
Well, I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Cowboy's fighting. Kane's fighting. TJ's fighting. And George is George. So you're going to hear a lot more from me after Saturday. And you're going to hear a lot more from George and Kane and TJ after TJ and Kane's fight. So there's it's almost a little. The announcement had to happen on that time for a lot of strategic reasons, but then kind of the voice in the narrative, like Bjorn's the only one that I'm in fight camp.
Yeah,
I fight on Saturday nights. Of the hundreds of people that have contacted me fighter-wise about where their position is going to be within the association, unfortunately my response has been, we got to talk next week. And from interviews to I have to be here for this.
Sure.
Otherwise we wouldn't be talking about it. I would be relaxing, recovering, or prepping for Kelvin.
How about to me, the most interesting figure in all of this was the guy who did not speak on the call, and that was James Quinn, who I feel is a lot of the labor relations muscle in all of this. Yeah. Do you expect him to take more of a public stance? Because I think he's a really fascinating part of this entire equation.
Man, I wish I could show you my phone and the conversations that Jim and I are having right now. In the past 72 hours with the cease and desist letter and what we did or what we're doing and how we pretty much just threw it in the trash and moved on. He is brilliant. He is going to be instrumental in our success, and he is so valuable. I don't know how much of a public face he's going to have in respect to the association, but I know he is absolutely vital in kind of what we are and where we are going. I know it's kind of vague and ambiguous, but no, God, I love that guy.
No, I think he's a huge part of this. I know we're running low on time here, but with all of this, I mean, has this been kind of, I don't want to call it a healthy distraction or anything like that, but you've got a fight on Saturday, and we're only getting to that part now. It almost feels, in the world of Tim Kennedy, it's kind of secondary, almost, this fight on Saturday. Probably not to you, but do you like just having this platform to talk about this association while you have a fight coming up? And it's almost, you can focus on the fight privately.
Yeah. I like having a lot of things going on at once. If we didn't have the association, we'd be talking about hunting Hitler. If we were talking about hunting Hitler, we'd be talking about the Triumph Games. We'd be talking about the company I started this year, the nonprofit that we launched 3 weeks ago. That's just that's my life. We'd be talking about jumping out of helicopters, or jumping out of planes, or getting in a gunfight, or ISIS trying to kill me. It would be something. The fight's always just there. And I fight Saturday night, against a really good guy, which I'm pumped for, which I'm excited about. But it's still just a fight. Yeah.
Well, we're wishing you all the best going into Saturday. Congrats on the association. Hope to chat with you more at length about it down the road, and all the best.
Looking forward to it.
Appreciate it.
Got
Tim.
a lot to say in the next
I know
couple
you
weeks.
do.